This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hi everyone, Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. We're here at Phillips Connect and we are talking trailer cameras, rear backup cameras, inside cargo cameras. Cameras on trailers are becoming quite a trend that's starting to grow here. We're hearing a lot of buzz about it here at ATAMCE. So we're gonna stop in and see what we can learn. Okay, Dan, hey, thanks for taking the time. So we got trailer rear cameras here, right? Yeah. Tell me about this trend. What's this looking like in the smart trailer world?
Yeah, so I mean, I think there's a lot of press for rear view backup cameras, right? Yep. I mean, it makes the drive safer in yards, easier to drive the truck around. So hopefully, you know, it increases the comfort of drivers.
Right.
And essentially, you know, as of right now, the only thing that's in the space that allows for wired communication between truck and trailer is PLC. It's a little limited. It doesn't have the bandwidth to carry streaming video feeds.
Yeah.
Right? So basically what we've developed here is the rear view camera.
Okay.
This mounts over the top of the doors of the trailer and basically replaces the center marker light of the camera. So you'd pop the center marker light out, wire it in to the center marker light, and it has its own internal battery. So what it'll do is basically charge the battery when the marker lights are on. The marker lights do not have to actually be on for the camera to operate.
Yeah.
And then it replaces the center marker light. So this is offset door for offset door trailers, and then the center one is if you actually mount it in the center of the trailer. That's going to be most of the installations. This particular version has an extended Wi-Fi antenna that goes to the side.
Okay.
It's just VHB to the side of the trailer to allow the Wi-Fi to propagate to the truck.
Yeah.
And then basically the claim to fame in here is the pairing process, right? So there's an algorithm. You download a free app. It is capable to be integrated into ELD systems, right? But you download a free mobile app, and then basically the camera will pair to it'll actually pair to the mobile app, so you can use it on an iPhone, Samsung tablet, Android tablet, whatever it is. And then what'll happen is it'll run an internal algorithm in the application in order to determine which camera is closest, and it might ask you to select, you know, basically which one it is if you're in a crowded yard or something like that. You can rename the camera, so when you initially install it, you use the same application to set the camera up. You can set a password on it so no one's allowed to change it, but you'd essentially name the camera the same ID as the trailer, and then the application is going to do its best to try and determine which one it's actually connected to, and if it can't figure it out, then it'll ask the driver.
Okay, so you drive the tractor up and you guys start scanning for it, and then you do a double check of like, okay, I'm on number 17, I'm on trailer 17, I'm good to go.
Exactly, yeah, and the hope is, you know, when the driver initially hooks up to the trailer, they're not interested in actually seeing any backup camera image. They're pulling away from a dock, or they're pulling out of a yard, so the backup camera image isn't all that interesting. Well, the application will work in the background in order to try to determine which backup camera it paired up to, actually pair it up to. The hope is that by the time you get to your destination or have to use your backup camera, it's already determined which one it is, and it'll automatically pop on and say, oh, well, that's definitely the backup camera. Again, it will be up to the driver. There's going to be the name on the top of the screen of the application, so they'll have to make sure, yeah, I am driving trailer 17, I'm looking at trailer 17's image, but overall it gives you a nice big 170-degree view, and then indefinitely in the back, so you see the bumper of the trailer, and then you see indefinitely in the back, so you can see the dock that you're backing up to and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Probably saves a lot of pylons. You're going to save a lot of pylon lives here with this. A lot of trailer damage too, you know what I mean? Avoiding that.
So yeah, I mean, you know, the return on investment obviously is, you know, it's easier to drive, right? And so hopefully it's going to prevent a bunch of trailer damage, so insurance costs will go down. And then of course the big down, which is just general yard safety, right? I mean, you're going to be able to see whether there's someone walking in front of you.
Right.
I mean, obviously those things happen where you're backing up a trailer, there's someone behind you, or there's some object behind you or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And we all know trucks are, you know, pretty hard, huge blind spots. So.
Yeah, it's hard to see things back there, and people, you know, are often watching what they're doing.
Exactly.
A lot of times they're like walking through the yard on their phone or something. And
No,
for sure. Very cool. Well, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
So now we're moving on to cargo cameras. So tell me, what's the option and how does it work?
So cargo cameras, like our cargo vision camera, here's an example, have really replaced traditional cargo sensing with the ultrasonic sensors.
Okay.
Ultrasonic uses a sound wave that reaches out into the trailer, bounces off the cargo, comes back to tell you if you're loaded or empty.
I see.
But there are plenty of ways for that to get fooled, and nothing beats an image to tell you what's in your trailer.
Right.
And so the cargo vision cameras give you a wide angle view of everything in the trailer. We actually see every inch of the floor, of both sidewalls of the roof, and it lets us do some really amazing things to tell you what's in the trailer. One of the things I think is really special about cargo vision is we use machine learning models that we process locally on the trailer.
Okay.
So that when you ask for a new cargo read, we'll actually run the images through a local model, and within 3 minutes of the request, you'll have a processed image and an accurate result from the model. And the models can do everything from just load empty to percentage of floor space occupied, volume occupied, cargo types, just kind of goes on and on and on. Okay. We have 2 versions of it. For retrofit, it's really popular to do the solar powered option that I'm holding. Yep. But we also, for factory install, some of our customers ask us for a wired solution. Sure. So we have two versions. So solar and wired. Okay. Both of them mount the roadside rear. The factory installed option goes all the way against the doorpost, so it's really tucked away and protected from damage. The solar option, we move it just forward to where the doors are open when they're all the way open and pinned against the side of the trailer, so that we can get maximum recharge on the battery. Right, okay. Both products install in under 10 minutes. Okay. So really, really easy to install. They both pair wirelessly via Bluetooth to our gateway, and the wired option is wired for power, not communication.
And just, I mean, application for seeing the cargo, obviously making sure you're picking up the right load. Cargo securement, I imagine, until you got a sealed trailer, you can't open it, you can still see it.
There are so many great use cases. We see rental fleets use it to get accurate interior condition at the beginning of a rental and at the end. You might have a provision, you have to have a cleaned out trailer at the end of a rental. The photos document that. We have customers use it for load shifts in transit. Because of the wide angle lens, we can see if cargo is against the doors. Yeah. So we'll have customers that'll take a photo as a unit arrives at destination, but before it gets, the doors are open. I see. So that they know if they have a safety issue they have to address before people can potentially get hurt. Oh, for sure. That's one of the things that led Rob to really prioritize development of cameras. It was something he's really passionate about. Right, yeah, especially you don't want to open those doors and have something falling out there either. You just get a quick look and see how it is. That can be a pretty scary moment. For sure. It's just a nice thing that we've done to address that. These cameras, most of the time customers will trigger it based on door sensors, opening and closing. So we have a door sensor that we pair with it. But it's important to understand it's actually a on-demand camera. So anytime that a fleet wants an image, we set up the way that the gateway interacts with the camera, so that you ask for an image, you're going to get your image processed within 3 minutes. Right. Okay. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that is very cool. Thanks for taking the time. Absolutely. Thank you.